Okay, welcome everyone to another issue of Collector Car Reviews here on collectorcarcanada.ca. Today we're looking at a 1986 Ford Mustang LX convertible equipped with the 3.8 liter V6 engine, and it is lot 185 on the website, Collector Car Canada, lot 185. So we'll start it up. And let's go take a look at under the hood. So here we have the 3.8 liter Essex V6 standard equipment on this car. So the original powertrain is still in place in this car. So not the 4-cylinder and not the 8-cylinder. So in between at 3.8 liter V6. Although it's only rated at 120 horsepower, the torque is up over 200 pound-feet. So it does have a bit more get up and go than that horsepower rating might imply. It's equipped with a 3-speed automatic transmission. So the 3-speed automatic, again, the original transmission in place. This car checks in at under 80,000 miles. So it's in 79,186 today in miles. And this is a US market car, so that's why I'm talking about miles for the odometer. Originally from Florida, this car came to Canada in 2009. Had pretty light use, certainly since it came to Canada. Nice clean underside you'll see on our listing. Let's take a little listen to the exhaust pipes. Hear that 3.8 liter running pretty clean and quiet. Just a single exhaust on the 3.8 liter V6. So giving a little walk around the car. So 1986 was the last year before the reskinning of the Fox body. I'll pop that hood down to get a nice good look at the front. So as you see, it's got 2 headlights on each side. In 1987, Ford went to the flush mounts on the Mustang. So these are often called 4-eyes, being that there are 4 headlights, 2 low beams and 2 high beams. An original look, you can see this badge has got some badges of honor. It's weathered a little bit, but the original badge, the car has been repainted. The car was repainted under previous ownership, but after it came to Canada. So the current owners have had it 5 years, since 2019. So it was repainted sometime between 2009 and 2019, and it's got the original sand beige paint, the original color rather. So it was repainted in the original color. I really like the tires on this car. They're a sort of a period correct tire, the BF Goodrich TAs with the white lettering. One interesting thing on this car is that those turbine wheels is what they're referred to as. That's a 15-inch wheel, so it's an upgrade for this car. And those turbine wheels were stock equipment on the 1987 and 1990 Mustang GTs. So you get the more aggressive GT look, and you also get an inch bigger in diameter because this car was equipped with 14s from the factory. This is a non-original badge, the 3.8 high output badge. I think these were made to have a little fun with the people who are so loyal to the 5.0 Mustangs. And the font of that 3.8 is the same as the font of those 5.0 badges. I think also V6 owners might want to be pointing out, although they don't have a 5 liter, they want to point out that they've got the 6 and not the 4. But just doing a little walk around the car, it really does look like in pretty nice condition. It's a good, honest car, 38 years old, 80,000 miles with the Florida heritage. And you can see it's not flawless, but it really does present well. Let's take a look inside of that gas door. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a remote release for the gas in the glove box. So the soft top is in nice condition. In fact, the hardware for it was upgraded in 2023, so the top is operating quite nicely. It is a power top from the factory, and we pointed out the single exhaust, and it's got a sport rack. If you were really stuck, you could tie down cargo to it, but it does have a neat sporty look to it, having that rack. So the rear tires on the car were replaced in 2019. The seller advises that she's done about 10,000 kilometers on the car since that time. So the rear tires are low milers. The front tires predate her ownership of the car. There's a nice grippy tread on them, but it might be worth, they do look good, but it's probably worth having those checked out to make sure that aging hasn't done its thing with them. So I'll climb back into the driver's seat, and maybe the cameraman can go to the passenger side, and we'll point out some of the interior features of this car. As I say, with the LX, it's a very well appointed car. It's about as full a load as you get in 1986. And I think every appointment in here is stock. An interesting update on the car, I think it really speaks to the love for the car that the owners have. I might add that they're members of a Mustang club, and they brought the car down to the Woodward Boulevard Cruise in Detroit in 2019. But things you don't think of sometimes in an older car, like especially on a convertible, show some wear sometimes. These sun visors have been replaced by the current owner, and the map pockets as well. You can see them on each door. So those are just items that, as cars age, sometimes they need replacement. So it's nice to see those in nice condition. I actually own a Mustang convertible myself, and I think I might have gotten some inspiration from these people that replace my sun visors because they're getting old and ratty. So, as I say, a well-appointed car. This 2-spoke steering wheel has the cruise control management system on it. The original AM/FM cassette radio is in place. It's even got a Dolby button for those of us who can remember playing cassettes. Down here, there's a systems monitor system. So as long as everything's operating okay, none of those red lights will illuminate, although they illuminate when the car started. This is just a clock. The car's not running, so it's not running either. There's an ashtray in place. But power windows, so all 4 windows are controlled on the driver's side, and each of the 3 passengers can control his or her window. A neat Mustang badge on the interior of each door. And the car is equipped with power locks as well. And often you'll find a 1986 car that was originally equipped with air conditioning doesn't have the air conditioning running. This one is the exception. The air conditioning blows cold. So as I say, please take a look at our listing on the website. Again, collectorcarcanada.ca, lot 185. And you'll see some things that are a little more difficult to show in a video. One item I'm thinking of in particular are the underside photos. We've got a picture of we have pictures of the car from all 4 corners on the underside. And there are about 150 photos there, as well as 5 videos. The car comes with a collision-free Carfax, and the owner believes it will pass Ontario safety as it sits if the new owner is in fact an Ontario resident. So collectorcarcanada.ca, lot 184. Please have a look. We hope you'll like what you see. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.